sad, grey, dark. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And spring has officially sprung. It sprung a while ago. We've had a gorgeous couple of days recently weather-wise, which honestly makes a change. And I think when that time of year comes around, like spring and summer and stuff, you think of florals, you think of flowers, you think of just lovely gardens. Wait there, Curry's is ringing us. Hello.
Hiya, Kat.
You are, yeah.
Thank you. At the seat we cover, the calls are recorded for training monitoring purposes. Just in regards to the due range to book any orders with us.
No, I'm fine, thanks. Honestly, I don't understand, right? I've completely lost sight, I've lost what I was saying because obviously stupid Curry's has rang us. But I bought an oven, finally, for the house. And when you're buying stuff online, you can kind of tick whether you want the insurance and the whatever, where it's £6 a month for whatever, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, don't care. Anyway, I purposefully didn't tick it because I don't want it. I don't want to pay you £6 a month subscription cost for just in case my oven breaks because I just don't want to. A lot of things are under warranty anyway when you buy them, but still. So I purposefully unticked that. Why is a sales representative ringing us now to say if I want it? I've already said I don't want it. Stop. I absolutely despise. Honestly, it's my least favourite thing. I don't know whether anyone else can agree with us.
Here we go again.
When someone's cold calling you or someone rings you to try and sell you something, I absolutely despise it. I instantly don't want whatever it is that you're trying to sell us on principle. The fact that you're bothering us trying to sell us something, it really, there's like a fire inside us and I get infuriated. I have to really wind it in because obviously it's their job to do that, but it's such a shit job, and if that is your job, please go get a different job because it's an awful job and everyone hates it. I hope everyone hates it as much as me. It's proper wound us up. It really wound us up. I don't know whether you can tell.
Yes.
I knew that's what the call was going to be, but I just answered it just in case it was going to be there's a problem with your order and stuff, and they start the whole oh, you've ordered this and it's going to come on this day, and then they get into the sales package. I'm like, no. Stop you right there. You can take your sales package and shove it up your ass.
Just breathe.
Anyway, I'm just going to calm myself down a little bit, okay? So what I was talking about before I got rudely interrupted by a salesperson was spring and summer and the seasons. Lovely flowers, lovely gardens, great. However, I can't keep plants alive. I really struggle to keep plants alive. I love the idea of having indoor plants and stuff, and especially real ones, but I just know they'll end up dying. So I've bought this. It's a DIY fabric poking flower thing, and I thought we'd make some fake flowers with a pokey technique or something, and then at least I've got some sort of florals for spring.
Groundbreaking.
Alright, let's get in this little kitty. Okay, it didn't come with any instructions, which I'm quite surprised about. However, by the looks of things, I'm literally just going to be poking little bits of fabric through these little holes. Oh, I get it. It kind of makes sense. And I think that's all I'm doing really, aren't I? Ooh. Oh, look at these little poker tools. They're you're not going to be able to see that on camera, but they've got little bits of glitter in them. Look, isn't that nice? Oh. See, attention to detail. They could have just given me a basic little pokey thing, but they've added little glitter bits to it. And then we've got some bamboo things. They're obviously going to be the stalks for the flowers. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of like punch needle, where you kind of punch the wool stuff or the felt stuff into it and build. When I made that weird thing, when I made this gorgeous little creature, which wasn't supposed to look like this, by the way, it was supposed to be way cuter, but mine obviously didn't end up going the way it was supposed to go. But I think it's going to be a similar process to that, albeit a little bit less dangerous. Oh, look at that, I've drawn blood. Oh, it does have instructions. Yep, fabric, get your thing, put it on there, poke the holes in, poke that through. Yeah, it's just poking. Right, which colour shall we go for first? Oh, we'll go for purple. Do you have to use the same colour? Oh, look, they do different bits. So they do one and then another one. Oh, I suppose they come with them. Although would this make more sense? This is more of a purple. Or does it really matter? I don't think it really matters, actually. It is going to be nice to finally have an oven, though. I made spaghetti bolognese the other day. And I did, obviously, the bolognese in the slow cooker, which is lovely and fine. However, I had to cook my pasta in the microwave, and that was a bit of a disaster. There's water everywhere. But you can actually cook pasta in the microwave. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not great. Is there any rules to this? I don't think there is. I suppose you can make it up. You can just do whatever you want, really. Oh, and that's cute. This is so easy. Oh, what a relaxing little craft. I'll just show you a bit more up close, just in case you can't, like, figure it out. I'm pretty sure you can. So these have got, like, little bits on them, I suppose. And then all you're doing is kind of lining it up, and then you're just kind of shoving it in like that. Ta-da! Easy peasy, isn't it? I don't think you even saw that. I don't mind simple crafts as well. I think sometimes, especially these days, they try and do a bit too much with crafts, don't they? And like kids' toys and stuff. There's too many parts and there's just too much going on and stuff. Whereas this, just very, very simple. Back to basics, eh? And then we've got some dark ones there. Maybe we'll do. I kind of want a different colour, actually. What about if we use this dark colour? Right there. I feel like this has the same vibe as diamond painting. It's very much that just chilled, relaxing, switch off, you don't have to think about it, you just kind of do it. Like jigsaw puzzle, diamond painting kind of vibes. You can get these kits in like other little things, so like they do princesses and stuff. I obviously wasn't going to go for princesses because I don't think I've reached that low yet. There's still time though, there really is. But yeah, shop around and you might find something a little bit interesting. I've just realised, I thought it was a collection of light and dark ones. They're all the same colour, it's just the back to front.
You okay?
My eyes. My eyes.
I'm such an idiot. Okay, so they're all the same. Right, I want to use this light one then. And that's going to go in the middle, I think. And then I want a yellow centre. I feel like I'm really getting into this and I don't know whether that's a little bit worrying. I think it's because my life's just been so dominated by stressful things and chewy things and messy things and stuff. It's nice, honestly, just to do something where you don't have to think and you don't have to stress. There's something very important about switching off and just kind of having a day, you know? And that could be anything as well. It doesn't have to be a craft. You could grab yourself a book, you could play a video game, do whatever you want that just kind of, you know, like sucks you down, back down to earth. Apparently little pokey paper flowers are my kind of thing. That brings me back down to earth. Cute. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Aw, adorable. That was so easy to do. And then I just shove it on there. And there we go. Got a flower. The only thing I would have recommended is if these little sticks that they're on, they had some sort of like mobility. I think it would have been better for these to be like flexible wires. I suppose you can tilt them and stuff, but still. Alright, well, I'll just crack on and do all the others then, I suppose. I'm enjoying this. I'll go for this red one. I think as well, because obviously the house renovation, and I know I keep going on about it, I'm sorry, but it's literally dominated my life the entire time. I feel like I haven't really had time to like chat or know what's happening and stuff, so let us know if there's anything new with yous, whether anything's going on and stuff. One interesting thing that happened with me whilst I was doing the home renovation and stuff is I actually assisted with my first surgery.
Laser scalpel.
Yes, I know. So a lady came in with an infected sebaceous cyst. Well, obviously at the hospital and stuff, which is like my regular job. And I assisted one of the nurse practitioners do an incision and drainage. So that was really fun, actually. I kind of sprayed the wound down, I freezed the wound, I passed all the tools and all that kind of other stuff. I did at one point get sprayed by the anaesthetic because it got injected into the cyst and then it came out the other side onto me. So that was lovely. I suppose it's not really for everyone, like people would find it squeamish and I don't know, they wouldn't be able to kind of do it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's veins I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of like veins and like stringy bits of the body. That freaks me out, like tendons and stuff. Makes us weak at the knees, it really does, it freaks us out so much. Whereas like cysts and surgery and stuff doesn't bother us at all. I don't know whether I would get bothered if I ended up seeing someone fully open on a table and getting their organs rearranged and stuff. That might potentially freak us out a bit, but I don't think it would, weirdly enough. However, someone with like veins and like tendons and stuff, I can't, it's making it so weak.
Let's get Bob in.
And also I don't mind like watching it and assisting and stuff, but I don't know whether I'd be able to do it myself. I think that's something that would cross the line for me. If it came to like push and shove, then yes, I probably would be able to do it in an emergency and stuff, but not something I would necessarily choose to do. Like I think if there was ever a severe accident at the side of a road or anything, and although I'm not medically trained, I feel like I would be able, if I was the only person there, to assist someone and help someone and try my best to like plug a wound and stop people from bleeding and stuff. I feel like I've got that basic knowledge to do that.
It just looks like he's dead. He's got like blue paint on him or something. But he's going to be fine.
What is wrong with you?
Doc? doctor!
To be fair, I should really go on some like first aid course and stuff. I haven't actually done a first aid course. I should really do something like that. I think it's important. I know some countries, it's actually mandatory. If you're going to be driving a car and stuff, you actually have to have a certain level of first aid and be able to assist at a roadside. It's not law in the UK and I don't know why. I feel like it should be. Another flower done. Cute. Thought I'd go for like a little red one on that one. But yeah, let me know what yous have been up to. Whether yous have been up to anything. Have you been saving lives? Have you been operating on people? I feel like I know a lot of yous, but there might be someone watching who is a literal surgeon. So, you know, have you been doing any fun surgeries? Let me know. But literally, other than that, I don't think there's anything to write home about. I don't think I've been doing much. I think yous have seen basically what I've been up to. I am happy it's finally spring though, and we're starting to get into summer, and the weather's changing, and the clocks have changed, and the nights are dead light. Oh, my favourite time of the year. I absolutely despise winter. Hate winter with a passion. And I think other people do secretly, you know. I just don't think they like to admit it. I think they enjoy kind of the Christmas aspect and the holiday festive season of it all. And then as soon as that's over, it's just shite, isn't it? It's just depressing, sad, grey, dark, awful times. Whereas spring and summer, it's just happy. Happy times, happy. I think as well, if you're not from Northern Europe or kind of really north up in the world, I assume Alaska and like Russia and I would say like Northern Canada, I don't think people would realise how dark the UK gets during winter. It gets so dark so early and it is so sad. But them days are gone for several months, so I'm over the moon. I can proper fly through these. They're not hard to do at all. I think one thing I'm gonna have to do next week as well is return my kitchen knives that I bought for the house. I bought this lovely set of kitchen knives and it's by this brand. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a good brand of kitchen knives. I bought my dad a set years ago and they're still in really good condition. And I bought them from Dunelm and they weren't cheap. And literally I've used them for about 2 weeks now and they're starting to go rusty.
Thief!
And I don't understand how they're going rusty literally so quickly. So I rang their customer service people yesterday because I don't have the receipt, I didn't keep it because I wasn't expecting for that to happen. And I don't have the original packaging or anything, but thankfully they said because it's within a certain time frame and I paid by card, I'll be able to get my money back. But fancy them rusting so quickly, but it just means it's like another thing I need to sort out. I didn't realise how many things when you move in house you have to sort out. I've just paid like £14 to get my driving license changed and to update like the DVLA stuff and all of that stuff. There's just so many things that you have to think about. I was just like, oh. I'm sure as well there'll be loads of things that I haven't done that I'm supposed to do, which I've just forgotten about. I feel like I've done all the really important stuff. I think. I hope so. Right, how many more flowers have I got to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can easily get 7 done. Alright, I'll fly through these and then we can have a bouquet of gorgeous DIY fabric poking flowers. And as easy as that, I've made some flowers. I think these look great. And also, I'm quite surprised at how many left over, like little bits of fabric and stuff that they actually give you. So I've really been able to kind of experiment and I enjoy that. But I want to find a nice little vase for my flowers, obviously. I'm pretty sure I have a spare one on here somewhere. What about this? We could use this, couldn't we? What a flower arranger's called? I was going to say botanist, but I don't think botanist is the correct word. Do enjoy saying botanist though.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Are they just called flower arrangers? A florist, I think that's what I'm thinking of. It's not that actually fancy of a word, is it? And look at that, a gorgeous bouquet of fabric poking flowers. And they're never gonna die, are they? Little jug of them. Isn't that cute? I think these look great. What a fun little craft idea. Fantastic little craft idea. I think kids and adults would enjoy this, quite frankly. I think it's been a really fun little day. This will definitely brighten up the studio more than it already is bright and colourful. Anyway, I think that just about does it for today's video of trying DIY fabric poking flowers. Full on expectation and reality, same thing. You know, you're not being lied to at all. Love these. These will actually last longer than me. Once I'm dead and buried, these will still be thriving. But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and I'll see you next week for some more crafty goodness. I don't know what I'm doing next week. What am I doing? I reckon you could DIY this yourself as well, you know. Just buy like a sheet of foam, do like a little cut in it, and then just cut some fabric up and you could create, well, you could use this technique to make literally anything. You can make a portrait, you can make giant pieces of artwork. Now that's given me an idea actually.
Makes a change.
Might inspire a future video or a future project at some point. If I remember. I probably won't remember, will I? I will forget.